So they've never done presidential debates this early in the election season before, right? And so my theory is that his own team sabotaged him. They knew this. So they wanted to get Joe Biden through the primary because now all the delegates are beholden to Joe Biden, means they're beholden to the Democratic Party donor class, right? So there isn't no 50% Bernie Sanders delegates out there, right? They're not going to have any trouble getting them to all coalesce at the convention and pick a new person. So they wanted to get Joe Biden to go through, and then as soon as he got through the thing, they're like, oh, well, let's have a debate. And then they knew he would look like this, so then they can have enough time to get rid of him. That seems pretty plausible that that's what's going to happen. And guess what's going to happen now? So they're going to have a person at the top of the ticket who nobody voted for, because they're going to choose them at the convention, and nobody voted for this person, and they're saying democracy's on the ballot. That's the irony.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but what did they do to keep RFK Jr. out of the primaries to the point where he had to go independent?
So, yeah, they were making it impossible for him to get on ballots. How did they do
that?
You know what? He told me, but I can't remember. But they were making it. Well, when I remember the first time I had him on my show, it was like a joke. I'm like, dude, you're running as a Democrat. I go, why do you think they have super delegates? They have super delegates for people like you. It's not going to happen. I can't get excited about your candidacy. And so anything he said, I just didn't get into it, right? I was appreciative of the stuff he was saying around COVID and things like that. But it was just, I told him it's a fool's errand, right? And he's like, oh, I'm a Democrat. I've always been a Democrat. I'm a Democrat. And I'm like, yeah, the Democrats are going to screw you. And they did. And so I don't know exactly how, but it got so untenable that he couldn't run inside because they would have these different rules that they were just making up just to screw him. So
now,
then
they do this once there's an incumbent, right? Once there's a president in place, do they do this because there's so many jobs that are completely dependent upon that guy being in office? Not just the Democratic Party, but that guy. So if a new guy comes in, like if RFK Jr. comes in, if he wins, then everyone's out of a job.
Oh, yeah. Well,
the whole machine's out of a job. So it's very clear watching Joe Biden talk, very clear, that he's not making all his decisions, and someone writes his stuff down.